Hey guys, so I am packing right now. We are on holidays and we are going to be going out of town for a little bit. So we are getting ready for this road trip. So basically what I've done is, of course, I have to watch what I eat even when I'm on this road trip. I have a lot of food intolerances, so I do have to watch that, and I have to log my macros, and I have to make sure that I'm eating properly throughout our trip. So I just spent a couple of hours, not even a couple of hours actually, just packing up our cooler. So basically, guys, this is a great way for you to eat healthy on the road, and just to make sure that you know what is going to be available to you when you're driving, so that way you're not guessing what you're going to be eating and, you know, kind of going and grabbing the very first thing you see, maybe fast food, maybe it's I don't know, McDonald's, Harvey's, whatever. Okay, guys? You can eat healthy in those areas as well. You can make healthier choices by doing, you know, without the bread and having a salad. But this as well, also, you know exactly what's in the food and you are saving money. So big bonus there. So I'm just going to show you real quick what I've got here. So last night I made some keto bread. So I've already got them pre-cut and portioned. I don't know if you can see here, pre-cut and portioned out, okay? So that's some keto bread that I can have. I've got my keto muffins here. I've got chocolate chip keto muffins because I know my husband is most likely going to be stopping at Tim Hortons and going to be wanting to have a muffin, and I can't have that because of my food intolerances, so this is what I've got. And then I've got some salsa here that I put in. This is a great alternative to having, this particular salsa anyways, great alternative to having sugary ketchup. And then I've got my vegan butter, okay? So basically, I brought my chipettes because, of course, you know when you go on vacation, you're going to want to have a sweet treat every now and then. My husband would probably indulge in a chocolate bar, but I cannot do that. So this is dark chocolate chunks, and I will make sure that I nibble on a few of those throughout the trip. And I've got some lettuce that I've already washed and put into a Ziploc bag, and that's going to be for our salads. I've got, at the bottom of the cooler, you can't see it, but I've got cucumber all ready to go, and that's going to go in the salad as well. And then I've also got a container with tomatoes, and those are ready to go in the salad as well. And then in my little bag here, I've got peanut butter, because of course I can't go without my peanut butter. And I've got my vitamins. I've got my cans of tuna. Okay, and I'll be whipping that up on the road because I am bringing mayonnaise with me. And then as well, I've got some relish. And that's all to make my tuna salad. And then in this container, it's an old mustard container, just a small one. I put some oil and vinegar, and that's actually a homemade salad dressing. And most likely I'll be mixing that with regular mustard to make it a little bit more creamier, because I really love that. Vinegar with a bit of oil and some mustard makes a really good salad dressing with a pinch of salt. Okay, guys, just so you know. And then I've also got my keto potato salad, and of course this is made with cauliflower, and just cauliflower and eggs. Got some mayonnaise in there. I've got some dill pickles. I've got it all chopped up, and it's just blended in. And then on top, I've got some paprika. So really easy to make. You can find the recipe for this on my YouTube channel. You can use either cauliflower or rutabagas, or if you want to have regular potatoes, you can do that as well. And now we've got, basically on the road, it's so easy to have a meal. We can have a serving of egg potato salad we can have some bread on the side, and then as well we've got the salad that we can whip up. So a salad, egg salad, and a slice of bread, and that would be a really cool little road trip snack, meal, dinner, whatever. First of all, I am preparing right now our dinner as we drive. Actually, fresh cucumbers and fresh tomatoes from our garden. Okay, now we put them whole so that, because when they're chopped up they go bad faster. We just took them out as we needed it. I chopped up, carry a knife with you guys. I actually didn't carry a sharp knife. I just had a plastic butter knife, but it did the trick. And so as you're going, you can have a little plate in your lap with a container. You want to chop up your tomatoes and your cucumbers as whoever's driving, they drive. You chop it up. And just have it on your lap, and then toss it into the container and stir it all up, because you're going to season it with some salt. And I'm going to show you what I did to get my salt. So when we started the road trip, my husband and I, we went into a coffee shop, had our coffee, and the coffee shop had loose packages of salt and peppers and all those condiments. And so we took a ton of the condiments. So we took a whole bunch of these little peppers and salt. I chopped up the cucumber and the tomatoes. I stirred it all together. I threw in a couple packages, because they're just small packages, of salt, and I stirred that all up. Now the next thing that I'm going to do is I actually made oil and vinegar salad dressing. I made that at home. I packed it in my cooler before we left, and that's what I'm going to put on top of this, and I'm going to set it aside until we're ready to eat it. The other thing I would suggest, and what we have done, is cans of tuna. I just brought cans of tuna and a can opener, and once we're ready to eat, I will open it up and plop out the tuna, and I will stir that in. I also brought some mayonnaise with me, some relish, and some mustard, and you can make a tuna salad. Have that on the side with your salad. And another thing we did, and it lasted us the whole trip, because my ketogenic egg salad recipe will last a whole week as long as it's kept cool, guys, okay? So we made sure that we had a hotel room when we got to our destination that had a refrigerator. And in the meantime, we kept it in the cooler with ice. So with our tuna salad whipped up and our tomato and cucumber salad, we're also gonna finish off the last little bit of our egg salad that we have left. We've been eating that throughout the whole week, the drive down while we were down there, and now we're finishing it off as we drive back home. And there's a meal for you. It's a healthy meal. You got a low carb, ketogenic keto potato salad. You've got your cucumber and your tomato salad, and you've got your what else did I say? Tuna salad. And that's a whole meal. And more than likely, we'll pull over to a rest area to eat that really quickly, because we're on a time schedule and we're trying to drive straight through. Or I will eat mine, and then possibly I could even take over, my husband can eat his, or I could feed him as we're driving. We're not sure what we're going to do yet, but either way, that's just what we've been doing throughout our road trip. There's a couple other things that we did. So I made a lot of my ketogenic baked goods because my diet is so strict. So my ketogenic baked goods, I made the keto bread, and I made the ketogenic muffins, cupcakes, and those lasted us while we were down there. I made them lower in fat so my husband could enjoy them as well, and we just kept that in the cooler, and that was a great snack as we were driving and while we were on our trip down there. The other thing is, make sure, if you guys like peanut butter, I love peanut butter, carry a big jar of peanut butter, because as we were driving, I wanted to have a snack, and my husband was having a snack. I kept a spoon on hand, and then I would just, and I kept this close by, it doesn't need to be in the cooler, and I would just open it and have a little spoon of peanut butter as we were driving, and that would be a nice little healthy snack. You can also have almonds, put those in your cooler. I'm trying to think if there was anything else really that we thought was a great idea. Like I said, mustard, like those mustard, relish, and mayo were three things that we definitely had in our cooler. Tomatoes and cucumbers fresh from the garden, we had those in our cooler. Those little Hershey Chip-Its, the dark chocolate that I talk about in my videos a lot when I'm baking, those are really great for little grab and go, sweet treats sort of thing. If my husband's having a chocolate bar, if he's indulging in something sweet, I would go to the dark chocolate, and I kept those in the cooler because you don't want them to melt. Was there anything else that you can think of? Oh, another thing that we found, sorry, the GPS is talking, one sec. Okay, so the other thing that we found worked really, really well for us as well. Once we got to our location, we went to a McDonald's and had coffee and ordered breakfast. Of course, I only had the egg, so I ordered the egg McMuffins, and I took the bread and everything off, and I just had the egg. What was a really cool idea that we ended up doing, because I didn't want to carry a carton of eggs with me to the hotel room and have to cook eggs while I'm down there. One of the things that we did that one morning, sorry, the GPS is still talking. All right, one of the things we did with McDonald's, We ordered a whole bunch, I would say probably about 6 or 7 side orders of eggs, and without the buns, like just eggs. We ordered a bunch of those, and that's actually, we kept those in the refrigerator, and that would be our breakfast in the morning. So that was kind of cool. Neat idea, guys. If you don't have time to cook up your own, once you get to your destination, you can reheat them in the microwave once you're in the hotel room every morning for your breakfast. So that's kind of a cool way to eat healthy when you're in a hotel room. And oh, one more thing, we actually also did, I always do meal prep, and I sometimes do it for the whole month, and I did a month's worth of meal prep with zucchini lasagna because we had so many zucchinis from our garden this year so far, and I made zucchini, like a whole bunch of zucchini lasagnas, and I made a huge pot of rice because my husband is not ketogenic, and I always portion out his rice in Ziploc bags and I freeze it. And same thing with the zucchini lasagna, I chop it all up, I slice it up, portion it out, and freeze it in Ziploc bags. So what I did for the trip was I grabbed a whole bunch of these zucchinis that were frozen, threw those into the cooler, and a whole bunch of the rice, portioned out rices that were frozen, and I put those in the cooler. And then while we were on the trip, that was also neat little sides and neat little meals that we were able to have. Again, my husband had the rice with his zucchini lasagna to add some carbs to his meal. I just had the zucchini lasagna, and then I would just put a side salad or something with it. Guys, we saved a ton of money by doing this. I would strongly advise you to do this. It is a great way to eat healthy on your trips, on your road trips, as well as to save a ton of money. Okay guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial on how to eat healthy when you're on a road trip. And until next time, take care guys.